In 1978, Larry Bird was drafted by the Celtics.
It always seems like I get the last word.
He was actually still a junior at Indiana State at the time. Red Auerbach, of course, pulled a fast one on the league and drafted Bird 6th overall in the 78 draft. What's interesting about that draft is Michael Thompson went first, that's father of Klay Thompson. So Bird didn't actually make his NBA debut until 1979. His senior year, Magic's sophomore year at Michigan State, they played in the championship game. Bird led the undefeated Sycamores that year to a 33-0 record. They played in the most watched basketball game at the time in history. Magic's much more talented Spartans took the game 75-64.
I thought you did a great job on Larry Bird in the zone denying him the ball.
Yes, Coach gave us a good game plan to go against Larry Bird, and all we had to do was go out and do it.
In the NBA, during the first season, Bird had one of the most bizarre rosters I've ever heard of in my life, and I'll explain why. I've talked about this in a different video. But Pistol Pete Maravich was actually on the team at one point. He was traded from Utah mid-season. He had Nate Tiny Archibald, who actually led the league 10 years earlier in points and assists. That year, he finished third in MVP voting to Dave Cowens, who won the MVP for the Celtics. Cowens was also on his last legs and playing for this team. He was a very bizarre character. He drove a cab in the offseason in Boston because he wanted to. He slept in park benches at the Boston Commons for absolutely no reason. This was pre-Kevin McHale and Larry Bird. It was also the pride of North Providence, Ernie DiGregorio, had a cup of coffee with the team. I think he left in training camp. This was actually just 2 years after the retirement of John Havlicek. So it's weird to me that Havlicek played with Bill Russell, won championships with Bill Russell, and he just missed Larry Bird by 2 seasons. Larry Bird would ultimately take home the Rookie of the Year that year, but Magic had the last laugh.
I said, "You're crazy. I'm not shooting no commercial with Larry."
In Game 5 of the 1980 NBA Finals, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the starting center for the Lakers, NBA legend, sprained his ankle. So the Lakers had no choice but to start their point guard, their rookie point guard, 6'9" Magic Johnson, at center. He took the jump and everything. He would take home MVP of the series after he had 42 points and 15 rebounds. MVP effort. Kareem did not play in the game. Magic was a rookie at the time.
I love to win, and I guess that's the thing. I go in thinking we can win any game that I play, despite, Kareem wasn't in, and we want to say, hey, we did it for you, big fella, because you got us here, and we don't want to take nothing away from him.
A lot of people really weren't sure whether or not you were going to be making in this league and making it big. You certainly made a believer out of me, for sure. I haven't seen you play that much. You were absolutely fantastic. I've got some good news for you. I don't know if you know it, but a national magazine has named you the MVP for this series.
The year before, the Celtics won 29 games. Bird's rookie season, they took home 61 wins. This was before Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale were on the team. They would join the team the next season. Some other interesting players to enter the league during the 1979-80 season were Bill Laimbeer, who was actually a third-round pick that year, number 65 overall.
Because he was a dirty player. Right. He had to do what he had to do, I understand that. But you take, like, Ricky Mahorn, he'd hit you and all that, but he'd hit you, you know you're going to get hit. Yeah. He didn't try to maim you.
Right.
Bill tried to hurt you.
Right.
And, he was one of them guys, you shoot a jumper, he tried to slide his foot underneath your ankle so you twist your ankle. Watch any of our old games, Parrish was always twisting his ankle against the Pistons. So one time I shot a jumper and Laimbeer did it to me, and I stepped on his foot, but I stepped on a high and twist my ankle. I don't know, a quarter or two later, he was shooting that jumper. I slid mine in there. That's the last time he ever did it.
Really?
Yeah.
And Sidney Moncrief went number 5 overall, a future 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. He was a stalwart in the top 10 for MVP voting during much of the 80s. Bird would lead the largest turnaround in NBA history during his rookie season. The year before, the Celtics won a paltry 29 games. During Bird's rookie campaign, they won 61 games. This record would stand until 2007-2008, when the Celtics, with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen, would lead the largest turnaround in NBA history.
Man, I'm so hyped right now. Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
During the 1980-81 draft, Red Auerbach pulled another fast one. He traded the draft rights to Joe Barry Carroll, the #1 pick overall, and Ricky Brown, the #13 pick overall, for Kevin McHale at #3 and Robert Parrish. McHale, Parrish, and Bird would go on to form maybe the greatest front court in NBA history. The first season with the Celtics, Parrish would finish 7th in MVP voting. When it comes to the 80-81 season, Bird would have the last laugh over Magic.
Hey, no, all the rings are right here. What are you talking about? We got them all.
The majority of them are right here.
You're going to get Kareem. He got, put the dagger in my heart.
The Celtics made it to the finals and they faced off against the Houston Rockets and Moses Malone. As for Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar this season, they lost to the Houston Rockets in the first round and Moses Malone. Moses had a monster season that year. He finished 4th in MVP voting. He averaged 27.
Bill, we have a very jubilant Boston Celtic team as they come into the locker room now, the champions of the world. Larry Bird. Larry. Get some... Larry, come here. Let's talk to Larry Bird, who just came on incredibly strong at the end. One of the dangers of being in the winning locker room. Congratulations. Thank you. You're going to deserve it. Let's get Robert Parrish. Robert Parrish. Well, they're taking care of a little business with Robert. Robert, you had a great game out there, and you were the fellow that got him going early, and you came back after that foul trouble. How does it feel to have it all?
It feels very good. I'm happy to win it all. It's that.
Let Robert go and dry off a little bit. Let's get some.
Please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching Powerlifting News USA. Out.